What is up, good people? Today I'll be unboxing and doing a quick review of the North Edge Alps watch, also known as the Diditime watch. Looked for reviews on this online before I bought it and couldn't really find anything, so I figured I'd make one when I did buy it. So yeah, let's get into it. It comes in this nice box, matte finish with a blind varnish. It's very, very robust. I don't think it's ever going to bend or break. It also has this nice piece of foam that kind of keeps the watch from jostling around during shipment, so that's really nice. And a watch pillow is also included. This is all stuff I didn't expect for a $40 pedometer watch, honestly. So A+ on the packaging job, guys. The instructions are a little unclear for the compass calibration. However, everything else has clear instructions on how it works. So I'll give this instruction manual a B-. Pretty good for the most part. The watch itself is really nice. You can see it here. It has a nice appearance, both appropriate for office settings and also like jogging with. Has a nice weight to it, not too heavy, not too light. Really love this band. It can be opened from both sides, which is really nice, and it's held together with Velcro. Reminds me of a previous watch strap that I had, and it works really well. The watch face has this cool little time second hand that kind of goes around the crown. It's a really nice feature, nice touch. Displays the day, the time, and the date. If you want to put it in pedometer mode, you would hold this start button down, and then at the bottom of the screen you'll see that a little icon up here is with feet, and that lets you know you're in pedometer mode. From what I understand, it's supposed to lessen the battery life, but considering this thing lasts well over a year, it's not really a concern of mine. And then if you want to see the steps taken for the day, you would just click start, and that would remove the date, and instead you would see the steps taken for the day. So that's cool. Next screen kind of would show you a recap from the previous day. So for instance, I recently changed the time, so that's why it wiped this, but you would basically see the steps taken, the mileage you walked, and the calories you burned from the day prior, which is a nice feature. You got your basic stopwatch that starts, stops, resets, and you got a lap feature in there as well. A basic timer, countdown timer. Again, start, stop, reset. So yeah, typical stuff. I like that it shows the actual time, so that when you are setting your timer, you can kind of figure out exactly when to set it. It comes with 3 alarms, so that's really nice. If you like using the alarms on your wrist, you can have multiple sets, and you can also set whether they have a snooze or not, so that's cool. It comes with the metronome or pacer feature. I'm going to start it, and you can kind of hear it beeping, and basically what this does is while you're running, walking, whatever you want to time repetitions for, you can. It goes as slow as 30 hertz and goes as fast as 240 hertz. Right now it's set to 120, which is kind of in the middle. And you can set the duration for as long as you want, hours or minutes. Sorry, up to an hour, and down to seconds. Sorry. Yeah, so that's a cool feature. It has a compass built in. Again, this was a little complex and complicated to understand how to do it with the provided instructions. However, if you read through it enough times, you'll get the gist of how to handle it. And I don't want to get into it right now because I'm not completely confident in my abilities of explaining it. But it's working now. That should be south, yep, and then this should be north up here. Yep, so there we go. And then the setup is basically where you would go in there and put in all your specs, whether you're a male or a female, whether you want the imperial system or the metric system, how tall you are, how much you weigh, how long your stride length is. It uses all this information basically to approximate your calories burned, your mileage walked, while it takes into account your steps. And then the steps are, there's a step goal as well. So when you hit your step goal, it'll beep. You can lower that or raise that to whatever you'd like that to be. And that's kind of it for the settings. I will say the one knock on this watch is that the light is pretty low. When you're in a dimly lit room and you want to kind of press the light button to kind of see the display, it won't really do any difference. Like here I am pressing it and you can see like it's not really changing much. The only time that light does come into play is when it's pitch dark outside. If it's really, really dark outside, that light is handy, but if you're in a dim room, you're just gonna have to rotate your wrist to be able to tell the time. Not a big deal for me personally. I really like the pedometer feature on it. I really like the way it looks. It's got like this, I don't know, I mean, it feels like metal, but it could be plastic. Regardless, it looks the part. It does what I need it to do. Really happy with this purchase.